Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? This is TweaK here with yet again another podcast summary for you guys. So I'm just going to explain how this works real quick. I'm going to have brief information about everything that came up in the podcast. And then as per usual, if you go down to the description, there will be the title of what I was talking about. And then there will be a link to that part of the VOD. Now, provided Battlestate doesn't take it down, it's still there. So hopefully they don't take it down and you guys can check out those links. But if you want to find out more information about what I'm talking about, click on that link in the description and it will take you to where they were talking about said thing. Because this video would be like 2 hours long if I didn't do that. So, hey guys, sorry, I just wanted to interrupt the video real quick and just give a massive thank you to everybody who's subscribed over the last 3 or so weeks. We've jumped up a silly amount of subscribers. It's been crazy. Everything's doing really awesome. And yeah, if you guys are new here, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It supports myself, supports show quite a bit. Thank you very much, guys. Once again, massive shout out to Sev for sending me the summarized notes and all of the leaks and stuff like that. I appreciate it, my man. So we are going to get into it right here and now. So we have the introduction of the guests. Nikita talks about the server issues. So there's actually a hotfix today. The day that this video goes up, there is going to be a hotfix. It is the 11th of February. So hopefully that'll help sort out some server issues. I'll be playing some Tarkov later. I'll let you guys know. Nikita confirms that Tarkov has 100,000 active players and continues to talk about the prolonged server issues. So there you have it. 100,000 active players. Guys, we pretty much jumped from like 6 to 8 to 10,000 active players to like 100,000 active players. So like, I mean, that should be put into perspective for a lot of you guys, just what they're dealing with right now. The guests then go on to talk about the larger changes to EFT that took time. Dr. Lupo asks how large the dev team is. Nikita talks about a smaller unrelated game that they may produce between EFT and Russia 2028. Interesting. Okay. Nikita talks about the concurrent players and then talks about how a smaller player base would still be good for the game as well. Summit talks about how impactful and intense the game is for him and his viewer base. I mean, I feel like that's something everybody experiences when they first start playing EFT, even though it's his second or third time coming back. I mean, I get that. Nikita mentioned thinking about adding a disclaimer warning for people with heart issues due to situations that may increase heart rate. Yeah, to be fair. You get into a really good fight in Tarkov and like your hands are shaking, you know, your heart's beating, adrenaline's pumping. So yeah, I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's not a weird thing to want to add. Nikita then talks about the cultists and confirms that they will not announce their arrival. Some potential conceptual side effects. So that means that cultists just won't be announced. They'll just be in the game. So that'll be very cool. Check out the night raids immediately after every single patch goes live and check that out. We have the special shotgun shells for the KS-23 shotgun. They're flashbang, explosive, armor piercing, and blunt damage rounds. Moving on to the second, we have a homemade grenade made from an AGS grenade round. So it looks like these will likely be craftable grenades. Moving on to the next leak. I don't know why that keeps happening. We have the... Oh, this is another homemade grenade made from the UBGL grenade. So you're going to be able to break down the UBGL grenades to make these grenades, which is rather interesting. Moving on to the next item, we have Markstrom's streamer item. So this is obviously modeled after his logo. It looks like the modeling's been done for it, but it still needs like its textures and the colors and all that kind of stuff. So not sure when we're going to see this, but probably sometime fairly soon, I would imagine. So congratulations to your boy, Mr. Markstrom there for that. That's awesome, man. Really, really cool. Moving on to the next leak. We have the Nero 556 inconal muzzle brake. So this is a new 556 muzzle brake. Very cool indeed. We have a new cosmetic item here. This is just unidentified biker gear. So not entirely sure whether or not this is for PMCs or for scavs. Looks like it is likely going to be for PMCs. Looks very cool though. Moving on to the next leak, we have a jar of coffee grounds. Or not even coffee grounds, but a jar of coffee beans. So this is actually Dr. Lupo's streamer item. The guy loves coffee. The guy loves coffee, I guess. So there you go. This is Dr. Lupo's streamer item. Again, it just looks like the modeling has been finished. It's going to need to be textured, and the artwork and whatever else needs to be added to this. So again, similar to Markstrom's item, not sure when this is going to be in. Next item. This right here is in fact a suppressor for the Hunter Vepr. I'm so happy about this. So there you have it. For all the people that want to suppress their Hunter Veprs, now you have the chance. And it makes me very sad. Moving on to the next item, we have the new Scav Boss vest. So again, if you guys want to find out more information about this, the link will be down in the description. Looks very cool. So looks like this might be a little plate here. So we're going to play with some plates real soon. Pretty cool. Now, next item is something I'm pretty excited about. So I know this looks like absolutely nothing, and I'm sorry about the resolution of the pictures, but these are in fact pictures of the Vector. So the Vector is being worked on. Hopefully we're going to have it sooner rather than later. We shall see. So that is very cool. Right here we have the new 300 Blackout suppressor. So yet again, another new suppressor being added to the game. Very cool. Next leak, more clothing items. This is a new top specifically for the bear. Next item, we have a new unique item in the game, which is the marked cultist book. So I would assume that this is going to come out in conjunction with the cultists. But of course, we're going to have to wait and see. If you want some more information about this, the link will be to this timestamp in the description down below. Moving on. Some of you may think, oh, that's just a watch. We got a compass on it. This is going to be huge whenever this comes in. We're finally getting a watch which has a compass on it, which is awesome. It's going to make team fights so much easier. Just letting your squad mates know what direction you're in. This is going to be great. Very excited to see this be added to the game finally. We have a new ballistics helmet. Moving on from that, another exciting thing here. We have airdrops, both random and callable. So this is likely to be a UN drop, which may contain food, water, meds, ammo, and other supplies instead of firearms and armor due to the no-fly zone. So these are what they will look like. Probably not totally finished, but this will give you a rough idea as to what the airdrops are going to look like. Also very cool that we can call them in. Very cool that they're also random and they can just show up at any time and just plop down into the map, I guess, which is very nice. Moving on to the next image here, we've got some new plates with like textures and all that other kind of juicy stuff on them. So these are getting ready to these pretty much look like final form as far as like the texturing and the modeling goes. So these are more than likely ready to go in. So this is one iteration of the plates. Coming up next, we have the next iteration of the plates. So these are likely maybe different armor classes or potentially even different shaped plates for different rigs, if I had to guess. And here we have even more again. So yeah, the first set of plates. So apparently there's a prolonged discussion regarding the armored plates from this point. Nikita confirms that you can take other players' armored plates, but you can only change to rigs out of raid. Oh, very interesting. So you can only change... Oh, so you can only do that out of raid. Oh, very interesting. The green ones I showed you, the green plates I showed you are Russian armored plates. And then the next ones are just labeled as additional armor plates. So these are the additional ones. Moving on from that, we have some very, very old school night visions, which look funky. They look really cool. Curious to see what these are like, how they're going to be priced. They're old school night visions. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. And then moving up next, we have a new melee weapon, a new tool for rescue operations. More than likely a melee weapon. So this thing looks pretty gnarly. This is very cool. So yeah, wonder how we're going to get it, who's going to have it, etc. Yeah, pretty nice. Now, next thing. This is the big thing for me. Interchange updates, guys. So Interchange Arcade. This is going to be a new store within Interchange. Nikita wanted them to be operable. Nikita talks about the changes to Interchange, new PMC extracts, lighting, and new features. So that will be linked down below if you guys want to go hear Nikita talk about all of that, about the Interchange changes. So this looks awesome. He wants these to be playable, which I think is hilarious. In the middle of a raid, just playing an arcade machine. Sure, why not? Okay, so Interchange lighting. Nikita confirms that 12.4 will bring the new Interchange update. So Kiba, this is now confirmed, will have an alarm that draws Killa and the Raiders. So that is absolutely sick. Very, very cool. Very excited about that. Next thing. So as you guys can see, I'm trying to remember. Has this been changed? The stuff being moved around here? Was this always this open? I don't remember. The lighting looks good though. Whether this is the new lighting or not, it looks good. I feel like it's definitely not as dark. Like you can tell when you look at like the corners and stuff, like this corner here, like this corner here. It definitely seems to be a little bit brighter. So Nikita confirms that there will be new loot. This will be changed with the Interchange update, with new openable rooms and more interactive spots like Reserve. So this confirms it now. We will have new keys, new loot rooms, and all that other juice on Interchange, which is awesome because it's my favorite map in the game. I can't wait to see this. On top of the new PMC extracts we have as well for Interchange. I feel like Interchange is very soon going to become everybody's favorite map again. I hope. And it's not just going to be everybody's going to Kiba. It's going to be spread around. There's going to be a bunch of different things to do and different things to see and different things to loot. So that's all really nice to see. This is not what I'm looking for. Alrighty, my apologies. Sorry. It's like 4 a.m. I just got home from seeing Tenacious D. I just drove for like 3.5 hours home from Dublin as well. So here you go. So in this first video here, we have the Mossberg. So new shotgun we're going to be getting. Very cool. Here are some of the animations for it. All nice and clean as per usual. Always looks great. There you have it. Now, this is the 1911. So this is something a lot of people have been asking for a very long time. Looks like we're finally getting the 1911. Now, this is cool. So I'm going to actually, let me restart this video and just show you guys it from the start. So watch what happens when he goes to prone from a sprint. He just kind of like dives to the floor, like dolphin dive from like Black Ops back in the day. So here we have more expansion on like the roll peaks and the lean peaks from the prone position. So that is very, very cool. This is probably, a lot of people are kind of shrugging this off as being not such a huge deal, but this is literally like game-changing stuff. So that is very, very cool. I'm very excited to see this. I wonder when they're gonna add this in. Alrighty, let's just close that off real quick and jump back to over here. There we go. Let me get the rest of the stuff open here for you guys. So yeah, new sprint to prone animation, and prone animations rolling is coming later. All right, so that is the end of the leaked images and videos that Nikita was showing on the podcast. So what I'm going to do here now is Sev has shown me or highlighted all the important stuff from the podcast. So I'm going to run down through all the subject matters. If you guys would like to read more about these, scroll down to the description. You'll see the title and then click on the link and it will take you directly to that point in the VOD, and you can hear what the content creators and what Nikita is saying about all these topics. So for the first point, someone asked Nikita about VoIP. Nikita is still unsure about it, worried about abuse and breaking immersion, security risks. Radios, so they're confirmed still coming. Recorded the voice lines for the radio I'm on channel 4 years ago. So that is confirmed. The old radios are confirmed to be coming. So whether we get VoIP in one way or another, we will have the radios either way. Nikita announces he may, or they may, attend TwitchCon. So that'd be awesome. I'd love to meet Nikita and the guys. It'd be very cool. Have some drinks with the dudes. That'd be awesome. Also, there is an absolute ton of Tarkov content creators coming to TwitchCon EU. So if any of you guys are going to TwitchCon EU, make sure you follow everybody on Twitter. Find out where everybody is. And come meet us. It'd be awesome to meet all you guys. Next point, someone asked Nikita about doors. Leads to an extended conversation about doors. Nikita confirms the other animations, lockpicking, and some doors will be destroyable with shotguns and explosives. So that's very cool to see. Nikita talks about the melee takedowns and counter takedowns. Also confirms that the advanced weight system will have unique animations. Nikita talks again about the quick heal and autopsy service. So we heard about this last patch. So he is now expanding upon that. So if you want more information about that, check the description. Expanded, more detailed end screen, so damage dealt and all that other kind of stuff. Similar-ish to the autopsy report, but we're just getting a little bit more information on the end screen, which is always nice. Nikita mentions that it might be possible to have a post-raid overview as a service from a trader, but this is not confirmed. This is just Nikita said it on the spot. Give it some time. See where it goes from there. So Pesley asked Nikita about more dynamic loot, and is confirmed that there will be a complete loot overhaul, which in my opinion is one of the biggest things that Tarkov really needs to focus on right now, is completely changing how the entire looting system in this game works and rebuild it from the ground up, because the way that it currently is, in my opinion, I don't think it works anymore. It would be really nice to see that change. I'd be very excited to see that. So Nikita confirms that customs will get another expansion. Old gas station will connect to construction, and Reshala will roam there at times. So that's very cool. New lighting, new events like reserve, new train extract for customs, and all locations will be overhauled. Customs is getting some awesome treatment. I'm in the boat to where the last... Okay, so the new construction expansion for customs I thought was pretty cool. I thought that was nice. I was like, okay. You know, it makes sense. New area to fight in, new area to traverse through. And then we got the Woods expansion for customs. And for me, I feel like the Woods expansion for customs... I think there needed to be something else there other than just kind of a mini Woods. You know what I mean? I understand why, but I think once they add all the rest of this stuff in, it might give that area more relevance. And like when they're reworking the map, it might give that area more relevance. We'll have to wait and see, though. I'm definitely curious about this customs expansion, because I feel like our customs overhaul, because I feel like customs has needed it for a while now. So it's very exciting. So Nikita talks about Streets of Tarkov. Perfect case, it'll have 40 players. And Lighthouse. So if you guys want to hear some stuff about Streets of Tarkov and Lighthouse, make sure to check that out. That is going to be an awesome part of the podcast to listen to. Perfect case, it'll have 40 players. Very interesting. We'll see. Hopefully by the time it comes out, we've got all these server issues sorted out. The netcode has been increased, worked on and made better. We shall have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. There's not much we can do right now. Only just be patient with them and let them do their thing. And they're working on it. And hopefully the patch that's coming out next week, or not next week, they're adding more servers again, or they're changing something over the next week, I think. So yeah, just be patient with them, guys. I know it's a bit of a mess right now. Trust me, everybody's frustrated with the server performance. Just give it some time. Just give it some time, and everything will be okay. Nikita then talks about a possible roadmap. And then moving on from that, Summit asked Nikita about changes to the secure container and hatchling and the flea market. So if you want to hear what Nikita and Summit have been saying about that kind of topic, you guys know exactly how I feel about the flea market, hatchlings, and secure containers. So you guys can go find out what Summit feels about it or how Nikita feels about it. It's like beating a dead horse at this point. I've talked about this shit so much in the past. So moving on from that, Nikita gives some technical background on the server issues and the technical assessment team. So if you want more information about that, check out that. Educate yourself on how everything's going there and what's happening with it. Nikita then talks about better suppression effect, similar to Squad potentially. So that's very cool to see. As you guys know, the suppression effect when somebody shoots near you. Summit talks about changes to some of the sound clips in game, such as gravel. A thumbnail-friendly screenshot tool is planned, so to all my fellow content creators out there, that's awesome. Excited to see that. Nikita is asked when Steam Audio is going to be implemented. There will be a demo within 30 days, and they hired a specialist for it. That's awesome. Okay, very cool. Very excited to see that. Once again, Nikita offers a location for people interested to work to contact hr@battlestategames.com. So, guys, anybody watching this video, you guys would like to potentially work with Battlestate Games and you're qualified, obviously, don't send them an email if you don't have any experience. They need experienced people. They don't need inexperienced people. All right, so email them. Sacriel then asks Nikita about a balance pass on thermals. Once we have more They will be balanced batteries. They're also coming for NVGs, flashlights, and thermals. So batteries are confirmed. Veritas then talks about zeroing and ranging. So if you guys want to check that out, check the link in the description. Nikita talks about some undiscovered high value loot spots and Easter eggs. So that's an interesting listen as well. Nikita chats about player numbers and potential time frame for server stability around a week. That's what I was talking about earlier. I read this before I started recording it, and I was wondering where I got a week from. So there you go. About a week, hopefully, for more server stability. Nikita has then asked about the state of blunt damage. He thinks it's in a good spot. I tend to agree. I think the blunt damage is okay now. Before it was way too overkill. After that, they nerfed it too hard, and I think this patch, the blunt damage is okay. I think it's fine. I think it serves its purpose. Sacriel then asked Nikita about additional bleed effects in addition to blunt damage. Nikita chats about the fact that it's nice to see that at times people can have an action-packed raid, die, and still enjoy the raid. Oh, for sure. It's definitely nice when you do get a good raid like that, and you just feel like, hey, I did my best. There was nothing more I could do about that. GG's to those guys. And then you remember that raid as being a good one. You know, you didn't just get one tapped or, you know, something server side happened or whatever. But yeah, for sure. I totally feel that. Summit then asked Nikita about the ability to use your stash while in queue. It's been thought about, however, too many technical issues that are limiting it, but it's not impossible. I would highly doubt that would ever come, because like once they do get the server sided stuff figured out, we'll go back to having between 2 and 3 minute queue times for raids. Instead of the 10 to 20, in extreme cases, 20 minutes queue times for raids. So Pesley then asked Nikita about additional clothing items for specific achievements and milestones. Kill 1000 PMCs. Nikita mentions a lot of clothing is just waiting to be added. So there you go. Nikita confirms that the raid timers are slowly raising, so that's good. I really want them to raise the reserve timer at the moment. I've been playing a lot of reserve recently. I've actually been getting into the map quite a bit. I was starting to really enjoy it, and I think that the timer is just a little bit too short. I think another 10 minutes would be nice, but I understand why they reined it back in. It was just for server things. So Nikita confirms that Interchange is getting 3 new PMC extracts. So there you go. Pesley asks about the airdrops being in a no-fly zone. 3 different types: random static, randomized from sky, and callable with a flare. No answer on the type of loot. So there you go. We'll have to wait and see. Nikita has been asked about the most exciting features. So advanced chest rigs, weapon malfunctions, and other minor features. Sacriel asked about money stacks being used and needing to restack. Nikita announces that stash auto sorting is done but has many bugs. So auto sorting your stash is done, just tons of bugs, and it's probably not huge on their priority list right now, if I had to guess. So it's done. It'll be in soon at some point in the future. Well, soon, could be in the next 6 months, but there's bugs, so just wait it out on that one. And then Nikita ends the stream thanking everybody, including the 140,000 people in chat. So please make sure you watch that, guys. Nikita's been a trooper through all of this, pretty much since the drops event. They have just been 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just working to try and keep the game alive with all the new people playing. So make sure you guys go give Nikita some love. Definitely deserves the whole team over at BSG. Been working their balls off for the last couple of months. So I'm very sorry I missed this. I couldn't watch this. I couldn't even be on the podcast. It was like the 2 days off I chose to take, and we were away in Dublin. We went to go see Riverdance for show, and then we went to see Tenacious D tonight. But yeah, damn, I wish I could have been on it. It seemed like it was really good. 144,000 people as well, or 140,000 people towards the end of that podcast. That's absolutely insane. I didn't get any drops either. Feels bad, man. But lads, as always, thanks a million for watching. Once again, massive shout out to Sev. Thank you very much, man. You're a lifesaver. I wasn't even here, but I got home and I just had a message from him saying, I got you, fam. I was like, my man. You're my fucking man, Sev. I love you. So yes, my friends, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys are excited about this. Let me know what you're most excited for. Leave a comment down below. Make sure to give the video a like. Share it to your buddies who may be out of the loop on EFT. And yeah, don't forget to hit the old subscribe button if you enjoyed this content. You want to support myself and show. It goes a long way towards supporting us. And you'll get updates, you know, when a new video comes out and all that other good juice. So guys, have a great rest of your night, and I will see you guys over on the streams. Hopefully, fingers crossed. If not, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, my dudes.